Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is The Daily Rage. Kyle wrote in and said, Hi, Mindy, love the content and the short videos really keep me engaged. Anything longer might lose my attention. LOL. I heard this before, but I'm still having trouble understanding exactly what it means. Could you maybe give examples of if your personality is this, then you should do that kind of thing? That might point me in the right direction. Thank you, Kyle. Well, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate the question as always. So here's where I want to begin with this. This could be a multi-video conversation just talking about different personality styles or trading styles and how that associates to your personality. But more importantly, I believe, is to start with understanding how you think. Now, that's going to be different for each one of us. So I'm just going to use my example in order to showcase what I mean by this. And then your job is to understand how you think, how your brain processes information, because it may not be the same as mine or the same as other traders that you follow online. And you need to make sure that you are setting yourself up to win by corresponding your trading to that style of thinking. So here's an example. When I was growing up and got my driver's license when I was 16, my mom would always become so frustrated with me because if I was going out to do an errand or trying to go somewhere, she would just tell me, like, okay, you're going to, drive down the road and take a right at this street, and then you're going to go 2 blocks and take a left, and then you're going to go whatever. None of that meant really anything. It was as if it would go in one ear and out the other. Like it would not translate to my brain. What I found, though, that did translate to my brain is that if I could look at a map, if I could see the map, it was almost like then I would get a picture of that map in my head. So then if someone were to say to me, oh, okay, go north, because I could trace that on the map, I could see it in my brain, like going north on the map, going up, and then, okay, east or west, left or right. I could like see the whole thing. And it was very, very simple. I found, and I wish that I had understood this about myself earlier, but I found that that was why I was really good at taking tests in school, because I could see something and almost, I'm not saying I have a photographic memory, but it's similar to that. I could just see it in my brain. So if I could see something written on a whiteboard or chalkboard or see something written on the page, it then would become an image in my brain. And then I could just write it down on the test. It was very, very easy for me in that regard. But like I said, for the majority of my young life, I didn't even know that. I didn't understand what a visual thinker was. I didn't understand why I should do more stuff like that. And as opposed to just trying to have somebody tell me something, because like I said, it really wouldn't make anything. And she would be like, oh my gosh, like my daughter is like about to take the car and who knows if we'll ever see her again, because like this kid does not even know what I'm talking about. If she had just showed me a map, and now I know this, so I can actually ask people to show me visually or to teach me visually, it's such a different experience. But let's translate this to trading. In my micro trading masterclass just this past weekend, somebody was asking about, is there a standard deviation? They were talking about the Ichimoku cloud and, like, what is the standard deviation for this? And I'm like, I have no idea. Now, that's not to say I don't know what a standard deviation is. I do understand what that means, but I wouldn't use that in my trading. I am always 100% of the time going to base things visually how I'm seeing them. So if we were looking at an Ichimoku cloud, instead of me thinking in the technicalities of or the mathematical equation of a standard deviation, getting into the statistics of it, I am going to look at visually support and resistance lines above or below the cloud. That's how it works for my brain. Someone else, though, who is much more technical or analytically minded than I am, they're going to look at it totally different. So that would be my first starting point. And like I said, we will come back to this conversation and talk about different personality trading styles, but really getting a grasp on how you personally think, how your brain best processes information, that is going to save you a ton of time. Like I said, I wish I understood that about myself earlier in my life. Now that I know, I can do things that work for that style. I'm going to be doing a live presentation tomorrow, that's Friday, called How to Get a $25,000 Trading Account in 10 Days Without Risking Any of Your Own Money. If that sounds intriguing to you, I hope you will join us. I'll put the link for my free presentation down below. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.